Yo, what is up guys, SK here, and today we're doing another Summoners War Lost Centuria video. This time on one of my favorite support monsters, Shannon. Yes, I've done 3 support videos in a row, Raccoon and Megan being the first 2. Go check those videos out, by the way. But yeah, Shannon's going to be the 3rd one, then we're going to move on to 3 attack monsters, and then 3 defense monsters, and then we're going to do the cycle all over again. But yeah, today's video is on Shannon and her buff skill, Pep Talk. Pep Talk gives a pep talk to all allies to grant attack up 1 and defense up 2. Now her common skill gem just gives the attack up and defense up buff more time by 3%. The uncommon one, however, gives the attack upgrade up by 1, which is useful in some situations. And then the 3rd one is Blink, which grants mana cost up on basic attack on a target with a fixed chance. Now that is a very good skill gem right there. I love that skill gem personally. It's the one I run the most, especially because I run her with Megan most of the time. So she's going to be making sure that the opponent has to use +1 mana per time it stacks, and it does stack. It is a very good stacking skill when it does hit. I run her with energy because she needs to be alive for most of it anyway. I need to get her better runes, of course. I need to get on my support better runes. So I'm going to change my rotation a little bit, and I'm going to put her in slot 8 because I want her to be alive as long as possible so that she can keep getting out that debuff and making it more difficult for my opponent to use these skills that they want to use. Because as long as that debuff keeps stacking, the mana cost on that one monster is going to go up and up and up and up. And it has a really good chance of stacking, I've realized. In the next video, you're going to see that. So the next clip is going to start off on my opponent's side just to show you what the skill gem actually does when it comes into contact with a monster. So this is going to be a great battle to show off the skill gem just because it's Ramagod in the first slot. And Ramagod has an issue to where it tries to come back and one-shot people. But instantly, Shannon's going to put up at 5 with her first regular attack. It's going to go up to 6 and 7 really quickly. So unless he's storing mana, he's not going to be able to pull off this Ramagod counter like people usually try to do when Ramagod's at low HP. I, however, pull off the Ramagod just to get his Ramagod killed. He stuns me with Jean, and that's fine, whatever. I'm not really worried about Ramagod anymore. Now, next up is Rakana. He takes the first attack and goes up to 5 instantly. He would be able to counter that by using Rakan's skill just to get the immunity buff and waiting out the timer. But the skill is just, it's not worth it once it's at 5, especially for the damage that Rakan puts out, especially on my type of front row. And the fact that Molong would just insta-kill him right after that would just not even work out for him. So he goes ahead and kills Molong with the Water Imp, and that's fine for me. So you can see that skill gem really just blows up synergies. It's a really good skill gem to have if you can get lucky enough to get it. Most people don't even have that skill gem. I just got really lucky and pulled it. I'm not sure when I pulled it. I think it was one of my first few skill gems I pulled actually within the first few days of the game. It's a really massive skill gem to have. Don't pay attention to text messages. So like, yeah, it's a really good skill gem to have, like I said. I wish I had a better monster to run it with synergy-wise, because there are monsters out there I would love to have the skill gems for just to run it together. The Phantom Thief Jean comes to mind just because his skill gem, the last skill gem, makes it so whatever he targets is now the target of all monsters' attacks. So I can target your strongest monster and instantly just start raising its mana cost, so you can't use that monster in whatever you're doing until that sign runs out, and then you're still gonna have to wait until the debuff runs out from Shannon's skill gem. It's just good synergy to me. I don't know why. I love the thought of it, but it's probably not as good as I think it is. Who knows? Some of the synergy in this game doesn't work out the way you theory craft it, which is why I've had a lot of teams go. Now you see here, like this Shannon skill gem is just gonna be so good coming up towards the end of this battle here, because he's going to be counting on this Jean to like just wipe everything, because Jean is a really good just like last place monster. She wipes everything, she destroys everything because of her low attack cost, her fast animations, and she has 2 skills that she can constantly use. But as you can see here, Shannon puts that out of place because she puts both skills up to 4 instantly. She puts that attack buff, she puts that debuff on, and it just goes up to 4, then to 5. And usually you'd be able to go ahead and put Jean with invincibility and then smash out her next attack after that. He just couldn't do it because the mana cost was so high. So he had to go ahead and give up. Until we have values on the accuracy rates on some of these like skills, I want to know if focus runes would make that skill like proc even more. But we don't have values on a lot of the stuff. So we're kind of just going into a lot of this blind and hoping that, whatever we're doing is working. So I'm just gonna hold on and see if they do any quality of life updates to see if this works out any better. So the next clip is just gonna be a reverse version of this clip. That's just going to show you how the battle looks from my side of the field. So the only indicator we have on my side of the screen that this is working is the hourglass indicator that's there. I think it should be a better debuff indicator. It should have a arrow pointing up or down, just based on how the thing is, how the mana buff is working or debuff is working. There are 3 costs to this mana buff. There's level 1, level 2, and level 3, which is +1, +2, +3, of course, depending on the stack. So you can only go up to +3 when it comes to the stack, which I don't mind. +3 on anything would make my opponent's life a lot harder than it needs to be, and I'm perfectly happy with that. Like I said, starting next week, I'm going to be working on my 3 attack video monsters, just to show what monsters in attack mode that I have set up for my showcase. One of them is probably going to be Lapis. I don't have all of her skill gems right now, which is making me sad because I want her 3rd skill gem so bad. It looks so beautiful. I just want it. And I'm hurt that I don't have it yet, and I'm still trying to push for it. Hopefully I'll have it before I have to make the next video. And then, as I said before, I did want Jean's skill gem, and I do have the Water Imps, all of his skill gems, so I might use him as my 3rd attack monster. Then we'll go on to defense monsters and then continue the rotation back around until we're back over and over, until we're done with all the monsters. Hopefully soon enough they will release more monsters into the game and we'll have a better pool of monsters, because the meta is kind of just diverse right now, but it's not really anything different that you'll see. You're still going to see Molong, you're still going to see Eleanor as the debuffer, as the cleanser. You're still going to see Bernard as the speed buffer. You're still going to see Jean as a powerhouse, regardless of no matter where you go. So hopefully they start releasing other monsters that can mitigate the meta of the game. It made the game a lot more fun and a lot more stable. It is kind of stable as it is right now, but certain comps will not work because of how the meta is set up. And we just need to be able to have things to shut down certain certain metas, which right now there isn't. You kind of just have to play meta versus meta at the moment to push out through what's going on. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. It just depends on your skill level, your monster's attack, your monster's level, as well as the gems you have. Especially with that, the gem that I have on my Megan and the gem that I have on my Shannon. Those are really big helpers. Even though I still get smacked in the face a few times when I go up against some people. I do have a lot of losses under my belt, sadly. But with every loss comes experience, and with every bit of experience comes a new victory. But yeah, this is the point where the Jean did not have enough mana to keep up with her onslaught that she's supposed to do at the end. So the moral of this video, Shannon is really good in the back slot, and she is a really good suppressor monster, especially against Jean when Jean's in the back slot. Oh my god. If you can get the focus set on Jean and you can screw Jean out of her combo and you can win. But it takes you getting down to that point. And she's just a really good monster regardless. You should be running Shannon, especially if you have the skill gem. Thanks for watching the video, guys. See you guys later. Peace.